The world often glorifies highly vibrational people, viewing them as beacons of light and spiritual wisdom. But there's a side to this elevated state that few talk about, a darker, more hidden reality that comes with immense challenges. Highly vibrational individuals may seem like they have it all together, but beneath the surface lies a series of struggles that can leave them drained, isolated, and overwhelmed. Imagine possessing the power to influence the energy of a room, yet feeling completely disconnected from the people within it. Or radiating with spiritual light, only to find yourself battling exhaustion and burnout. These are the hidden truths that most don't see, and they can take a toll on even the most spiritually advanced. The truth is, the higher you vibrate, the harder it can be to stay grounded in the physical world. Managing this energy isn't just about spiritual alignment, it's about survival. From grounding difficulties to the risks of unconscious energy manipulation, the path of a highly vibrational person is filled with unexpected obstacles. If you've ever wondered what it's really like to live in this elevated state, or if you're experiencing these challenges yourself, you're about to uncover the secrets that many spiritual gurus never share. But what happens when this energy becomes too much to handle? That's where the real story begins. 1. Difficulty grounding themselves. Highly vibrational people often find themselves walking between two worlds, the spiritual and the physical. With their energy operating at a heightened frequency, it's as if they're tuned into a station most others can't hear. While this sounds mystical, it presents real-world challenges. Simple tasks like paying bills or maintaining a consistent routine can feel overwhelming because their focus tends to drift toward higher dimensions. They might feel unanchored, floating between spiritual insights and earthly responsibilities, which can make practical decision-making seem almost trivial. Grounding becomes more than a technique, it's a survival skill. When the physical world starts to feel distant, it's not uncommon for highly vibrational individuals to experience periods of disconnect. You'll notice this when they struggle to manage time or keep up with mundane responsibilities. It's like they're stuck in a fog, where everything material feels slightly out of reach. There are studies suggesting that practices like walking barefoot on grass or even consuming grounding foods, such as root vegetables, can help recalibrate this imbalance. Those who seek to balance their energy must first acknowledge the importance of staying tethered to the earth, despite their elevated state of consciousness. But staying grounded isn't just about practical tasks, it's about energetic survival. Highly vibrational people can become so overwhelmed by their own heightened state that they lose touch with their bodies, leading to physical exhaustion or spiritual burnout. Many may not even realize the hidden dangers of vibrational energy, where being too up there leads to emotional depletion and physical fatigue. This burnout manifests not just as tiredness, but as a deep sense of being unplugged from both worlds. It's a delicate dance between spiritual connection and practical grounding, and without mastering it, they risk floating too far from one reality. 2. Unconscious energetic manipulation. Highly vibrational people often have an unseen influence on their surroundings, even when they don't intend to. Their energy is so potent that it naturally affects those around them. Think of them like a radio tower, constantly broadcasting at a higher frequency, subtly shifting the emotions and behaviors of others. You might have experienced this without even realizing it, the way your mood changes when a certain person walks into a room. It's not magic, it's energy manipulation at play, though in this case, it's entirely unconscious. The impact can be so profound that people unknowingly act in ways that don't align with their true selves, all because of this energetic shift. This unconscious energy manipulation often leads to unintended consequences. For instance, a highly vibrational person might walk into a tense situation, and within moments, the tension either escalates or dissolves. Their energy can magnify what's already present in the room, amplifying emotions and hidden intentions. While it may sound like a gift, it can be a double-edged sword. Those around them might find themselves influenced without understanding why, leading to confusion or even conflict. This influence can pull others out of their natural rhythm, leaving them feeling disoriented, all because the energetic field was unknowingly altered. But there's a deeper aspect to this unconscious manipulation that is rarely discussed. Highly vibrational people can sometimes become so attuned to their own elevated state that they inadvertently start guiding others toward paths they didn't intend. This isn't about control, it's about resonance. Their frequency is so dominant that it pulls others into their orbit, reshaping decisions and emotions. This hidden danger of vibrational energy can lead to misunderstandings and strained relationships. The key here is awareness. Once a person realizes their influence, they can learn to harness it, turning unconscious manipulation into a conscious, balanced exchange of energy. 3. Difficulty with intimacy. For highly vibrational people, intimacy often becomes a complex dance of energies. Their elevated state of consciousness tends to create a barrier, not out of a lack of desire for connection, but because their energy is so overwhelming. Imagine being around someone whose energy is so intense that it feels like they can see right through you. This can make others feel exposed or vulnerable, causing them to pull back emotionally. It's not uncommon for highly vibrational individuals to unintentionally intimidate those they wish to grow closer to, simply because their presence is so energetically powerful. This energy intensity also affects the highly vibrational person. While they may crave deep emotional connections, they often find it difficult to sustain them. They're more tuned into spiritual truths, seeing beyond the surface-level interactions that many people find comfort in. This can make them feel detached from emotional exchanges that seem shallow or superficial, even though they might long for a deeper bond. It's as if their focus is on a higher plane, leaving them disconnected from the emotional intimacy others seek. Studies have even suggested that these individuals might gravitate towards spiritual relationships over romantic ones because the latter feels limiting in comparison. But this difficulty with intimacy has more than just emotional repercussions. It can create a sense of isolation. Highly vibrational people might start to feel like no one truly gets them, leading to further withdrawal. The more they vibrate at this elevated level, the harder it becomes to maintain relationships rooted in the physical realm. This often results in a cycle where, despite their desire for connection, they find themselves increasingly alone, misunderstood, or emotionally distant. To overcome this, grounding practices are essential, helping them bridge the gap between their spiritual insights and the emotional connections they seek. 4. Inadvertent disruption of group dynamics. When highly vibrational people enter a group setting, their presence can shift the energy in ways no one anticipates. Their heightened frequency acts like a tuning fork, stirring up emotions and hidden issues that others may have been trying to suppress. It's not that they intentionally create disruption, but their energy simply brings things to the surface. Think of it like a flashlight in a dark room. Suddenly, everything that was hidden is illuminated. This can cause tension in group dynamics as unresolved conflicts and imbalances come to light, often making others uncomfortable or even defensive. These disruptions are not always negative, though. In fact, highly vibrational people often catalyze necessary change within groups. Their energy pushes others to confront things they may have been avoiding, forcing a reckoning that can ultimately lead to healing. However, the process is rarely smooth. Many people are not ready to face these deep-seated issues, and the highly vibrational individual becomes the unwitting catalyst for emotional upheaval. Group members may even project their discomfort onto this person, not realizing that the real source of their discomfort lies within themselves. Yet, the highly vibrational individual might feel confused or frustrated by these reactions. All they did was show up, and suddenly, they're in the middle of a storm they didn't create. This can make group settings feel draining, as they navigate the emotional fallout of simply being present. To manage this, they must learn how to shield their energy or consciously moderate their frequency in group settings. By doing so, they can reduce the risk of stirring up emotional chaos, while still maintaining their own vibrational state. It's a delicate balance, but one that can be mastered with awareness and practice. 5. Energetic burnout. Even though highly vibrational people operate at a higher frequency, they are not immune to the effects of burnout. In fact, They are more susceptible to energetic depletion because they often give so much of themselves. Whether through spiritual practices, healing others, or managing their own high-frequency states, the constant output of energy can lead to exhaustion. This spiritual burnout is more than just feeling tired, it's a deep energetic fatigue that seeps into their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. When they give without replenishing, their vibrant energy can quickly turn into a drained, lifeless state. This kind of burnout can manifest in several ways, from physical illness to emotional withdrawal. When a highly vibrational person hits this point, it often feels like their energy has completely run dry. What was once an elevated state of consciousness now feels like a heavy, sluggish energy pulling them down. They may notice they are less able to connect with their spiritual practices, or they may lose interest in things that once brought them joy. Grounding difficulties also become more apparent during these times, as they struggle to maintain balance between their spiritual and physical selves. To avoid energetic burnout, it's essential for highly vibrational people to recognize the hidden dangers of vibrational energy. While their elevated state can be a source of immense power, it must be managed carefully. Practices such as energy clearing, chakra balancing, and regular grounding routines can help restore balance. For those who feel the weight of spiritual burnout, taking time to rest, withdraw from external demands, and focus on self-care is crucial. By maintaining an awareness of their limits, highly vibrational individuals can preserve their energy without losing their spiritual connection. So, now that you've uncovered the hidden struggles of highly vibrational people, it's time to ask yourself, are you managing your own energy, or is it managing you? The truth is, navigating these energetic waters takes more than just spiritual insight, it requires balance, awareness, and, most importantly, grounding. Have you ever felt the weight of spiritual burnout creeping in? Or noticed how your elevated state sometimes pushes others away? These are not signs of weakness but signals that it's time to recalibrate and take control of your energy. Think about the areas in your life where you might be spreading yourself too thin. Are you giving too much without replenishing? Is your energy unintentionally influencing those around you in ways you didn't expect? It's time to protect your vibrational state and take conscious steps toward preserving your energy. Don't let spiritual burnout or grounding difficulties hold you back from reaching your full potential. You have the power to channel your energy in ways that uplift you and those around you, without losing yourself in the process. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss out on more insights like these. Continue expanding your consciousness by watching the recommended video that you see on the screen right now.